This is for History 201. So what you're going to do is you're going to find the tile that has History 201 on it, and you're going to click on that tile. And then that's going to take you into the class. You'll notice right away it goes to something called the modules page. This modules page has everything you need for the entire week along with some due dates. Now for this first week we have 2 modules. That's because we have our actual module that we're doing with the textbook and then a welcome to class module. This is just an orientation to make sure that everyone's read the syllabus and make sure that you're aware of our policies. So you'll notice the due date next to this is for today, August 19th. And so that means that anytime after today that you turn it in, it'll technically be late. Now I'm not actually going to count these as late during the first week, but by this weekend when this one is due, then I will. So what I usually do is leave them up one day after the due date for people to turn them in late. And that means that you're going to still get a late grade, but you'll be able to turn them in. Anytime after that, and you'll have to make arrangements with me in order to turn stuff in. You'll have to have an excuse ahead of time. And the only way I'll let you turn in late work without a late grade is if you have a excused absence. So an excused absence requires a doctor's note or a note from the college saying you're participating in a college event. So be sure that you save those things if you have some type of emergency like that. Most of the time, just try and turn everything in on time. Now, these things are actually supposed to be about a full week's worth of work, and so don't think of this due date as the day that you turn everything in. Think of this as the last possible day to turn it in. Try and turn it in earlier if possible. So think about it as the Saturday is the last day of the week. So try and turn parts of it in on Monday, maybe some of it in on Wednesday. And so by the time you get to Saturday, you maybe have one thing to turn in, if anything at all. Be aware that some weeks will have 2 modules. So that's kind of important to remember. This week we do have 2 modules. We have the Welcome to Class module here. This is really easy, so you should be able to get this done in one day. There really shouldn't be any problem with it. It's just a welcome to class, so if you go to that, there's a short video just saying, introducing myself, saying welcome to class, and then I'm asking you to respond and introduce yourself as well. So not too hard, not too long, just kind of an icebreaker to let us all get to know each other. And then after that, we have a plagiarism page. So this page just discusses plagiarism and the policies related to that. And then to make sure that you read that, there's a little quiz, really short, about 5 questions asking you what plagiarism is, and a syllabus assignment to make sure you've read the syllabus. And these are all very short assignments, so they shouldn't take you very long, and so I expect you'll be able to get this all done in just one day. The rest of it, you might have to scramble to try and get the textbook as quickly as possible. If you're having trouble with that, please let me know right away by sending me an email. So this is just asking you to read the first chapter. There's the first chapter PowerPoint here, so you can click on that. Assignment guidelines, this shows you what I expect as far as assignments, what they're supposed to look like. So if you click on that, you should see kind of instructions on how I want the assignments done. So all right, so you have that, and then there's the chapter 1 assignment. So this is all due by the 22nd, which is Saturday. So start working on that right away. And then we have other assignments down here. You'll see sometimes, let me find a week, sometimes it'll be week 5 and week 5.5. That means there's an assignment due in the middle of the week. Middle of the week assignments are always due on Wednesday. So like I say, once again, think of it as the last possible day to do it. The reason that I have these middle of the week assignments is because it's really part of this section, but I want to give you a little extra time to do the extra thing, and so I extend it to Wednesday. So you'll have some middle of the week assignments. Be aware of when they are. This one looks like a lot, but that's because these are all readings that are related to your independence debate, which you're going to have on Wednesday. So all of these are required readings as well. They're not super long, but they do take some time, so just be prepared for that. All right, the other page that you might want to look at is the syllabus page. So this shows us the syllabus. It's actually embedded right here, so you can see the entire syllabus just by clicking to this page. However, I would like you to go ahead and download it. So you can go to this link and you can download the syllabus, save it to your computer, or print it out. That way you can always refer back to it. You can also see my information here. You can send me an email. You can send it to my email address here, but it's really best to send it to me through the Canvas system, because if you send it here, there's a possibility that it will get buried. And if you do send it to my regular email address, you need to specify what class you're in and what your name is, so that I know who I'm talking to and what assignment you're asking about, because I do teach multiple classes. But it is just easier to go through the Canvas system. I'll usually get back to you faster that way. Emails usually take me about a day or two to get back to you on, so if you have something that you need to talk to me about right away, please give me a call or send me a text message. So here's my actual cell phone number. Please send me a text message if you need something. I get back to text messages within 1 hour to 2 hours. As soon as I see it, I'll get back to you on it. So that's just something great for if you're in a pinch and you need to know something right away. If you call me, I may or may not be able to pick up the phone, but I will, as soon as I possibly can, try and call you back if you leave me a text message afterwards telling me that you called. So I will try and get back to you guys as soon as possible. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the syllabus, it has all our policies, and down here you can see the schedule for the class. And underneath that, there's even a course summary that shows you the assignments. You can click on the assignment, it'll go straight there. But I would say that the modules page is still the best place to go for this, because this will show you what's due, but it won't have any of the supplementary material with it, whereas the modules will. So that way you don't have to go hunting around the entire Canvas website looking for what you need. But if you're looking for something specific that is not in your modules page, you can also go to Files here, and Files contains pretty much everything in our class. So we have our citation guidelines, our citation guides. This is for if you're trying to cite something. So we can do MLA, APA, or Chicago style. So any of those are fine as long as you stick to it. I can grade any of them, but you have to be consistent about it. I'll also send out announcements about once a week. If there's something else I need to tell you about, I'll send out another announcement, so just be looking out for those. You can also check on your assignments by clicking the assignments page, and that'll bring those up. You can see discussions by clicking the discussions page. Oops. And we don't actually have any discussions, but that's going to change throughout the semester. And then you can find your grades. When it's time to do your independence debate, you're going to have to figure out which group you're in to tell if you're arguing for or against independence. So you can go to people, and the groups aren't made yet, but you're going to go to groups. You're going to find your name, and it's going to show you which group you're in, whether you're for independence or against independence. I'm going to assign you that. So you're going to research how someone would argue for or against American independence in the time period in the 1770s that we're looking at. So there's also pages, locked outcomes, and a lot of other things, but really these top ones are the only ones you're ever really going to need. They're the most important ones. So that's about it. Like I say, if you stay on the modules page and follow through, then you should have everything that you need for the week right here. And feel free to contact me with any questions that you have, and I hope to talk to you all more throughout the semester. Thanks.